Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited about this video because not only am I back posting a video on this channel, but I'm going to be creating the spell book from Hocus Pocus. So I went to my local art store and I picked up a few supplies. I realized at the end of my trip that I missed a few things, so we're just gonna have to make do with what we have. But for the things that I did pick up, I'll show you guys right now. I did pick up a book, and I didn't want it to be just any kind of book. I definitely am the type who loves function. So I picked up this watercolor book, because you guys know I'm a watercolor artist, but so yeah, I just picked up this. I missed a few of the paints, so yeah, again, we're gonna have to make do, but I picked up this burnt sienna brown color. I thought this would be a really nice and pretty color for the book. I picked up this metallic acrylic paint because I wanted to make the, the metal parts of it to actually look like metallic. And I got basic black, so everything else that goes on top of what I create can just stand out a little bit more. I actually found this 3D paint and I picked it up in this warm shimmery gold color. Everything was like shimmery, so I didn't really have much of a choice on that. But hopefully this warm gold color would go well with this project. I think I should have picked up a different color, like a lighter color, again, to give it more dimension, but we're gonna make do with what we have. And if I do have time to go to the art store, I might just do it on a different day. So yeah, that's the paint that we picked up. And of course, because we picked up these paints, we also need to pick up some brushes. I picked up a foam brush and 2 acrylic brushes. So just standard foam brush, and then 2 acrylic brushes. This is in the 3/4 inch and this is in the 1/2 inch. I also picked up some Mod Podge so we can kind of create some really nice textures on the book. I think everything about this will be like textured focus, so I really am looking forward to doing that. And something that I didn't expect from my little art store, because it was pretty sketchy from the outside, but in the inside they had a lot of things. I even found some air dry clay. And have I worked with air dry clay before? No. Am I gonna fuck up? Probably. But we're going to try our best to make all of the little designs on our little book with some air dry clay. And I'm a little bit afraid because I do work really slowly, and again, I never worked with air dry clay before, so yeah, but we'll just see what happens. So yeah, that's basically my little art haul and everything that we need to make this spell book. For the things that we didn't get is just some green paint and some lighter colored brown or khaki colored paint. But I think that's basically it that we're missing. So yeah, let's just get right into creating the spell book. So what I'm doing right now is just sketching out an outline of where I'm going to be placing my clay. Now I'm going to take my air dry clay and I'm going to start creating all of the 3D elements on top. of my book. So that will include the book binding, the snakes, the metal accents, and the stitching, and of course the eye. To stick all of the accent pieces, I'm just going to be using Mod Podge. I'm going to stick the elements on it with Mod Podge and just again form it to the shape that I want. Now, using whatever tool I have around me, I'm just going to use them to create some of the details and the textures on each accent piece. Use whatever you have lying around you. You don't need to get all the fancy tools. Get creative and just see what happens. This is what the accent pieces look up close. I'm just going to keep on doing the same thing for the entire book, and then we'll come back and we'll paint it.
I swear there's something going on across the street. My neighbor's acting just a little too discreet. Yeah. He's taking trash out in the middle of the night, but when I see him in the day, he's so polite. Every morning he waits as I leave the door, but I see him buying bleach at the grocery store. Yeah. He's the founder of the whole neighborhood watch, and every week they meet up for classes. Who'd suspect a guy who always wears a smile with his tie? They all believe a guy who is truly a delight, Mr. Right. Oh, close the windows, lock the door. It's late at night and I hear footsteps on the floor. Blood is freezing in my lips. Well, is it real or is it just October things?
Hey everyone, so my camera died, so I couldn't really get all the footage that I wanted. So I just thought I would take this time right now to fill you in with what I did and show you guys the finished product. So this is the final spell book. Ta-da! It turned out better than I thought. I thought it would turn out way more horrendous. I don't know, maybe that's like a good thing. But I used the air dry clay to create all of these 3D accents, and I just painted it like with brown, and I mixed a little bit of black and brown to create more of a deeper dark brown color for the stitchings. And I used a gold like 3D acrylic paint to create the stitching, so it looked a little bit more dimensional. I had a really hard time creating snakes. I just couldn't really figure out how it looped around each other, but I sort of figured it out. It's not perfect, as you can see, but it is what it is, and I think it turned out pretty good as well. So yeah, I didn't get any green, like I said, so what I did was just to use my watercolors, and that works surprisingly well on air dry clay. I thought it would be really like transparent, but it actually really worked well. And yeah, it wasn't like glossy though, it was matte. what it looks like, but I really like the eye. I think it's super cool. And I used the puffy paint again for the little locket. So yeah, I didn't add any like tissue paper on here to add more texture because I got lazy. But if you want to do that, I suggest you do that because it'll make it like, it'll just make it even more cool. But you know, I really am happy with the way it turned out. I think like, I don't want it to be texture overboard or overload. So yeah. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. The spine, I have a little problem with that. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. And one of the fingers fell. Yikes, because air dry clay is not flexible. So when I opened the book, it fell. Yeah, so that's something you gotta keep in mind. So make your fingers a little bit shorter or a little bit like detached. You know, like there's 2 points of attachment. Maybe just make it 1 point so it doesn't like break off. Just something to keep in mind if you're gonna do the spine. What else? So also another tip is that from far away you can't really tell, but from really up close you can tell, like especially in certain angles, like right here. Oh yeah, right here. You can see there's some of the clay peeking through. So I suggest that you first paint everything first, like paint the base layer first and do that first, and then add the 3D pieces on top. That way you don't have to deal with trying to get paint into all the nooks and crannies and trying to make it look perfect and precise. And that's honestly the way that I thought I should do it, but I just followed a technique that I saw, and obviously it there was a little bit of issues in that, but overall I think it turned out pretty well. So yeah, if you want to make this piece, I think it would be super fun, and I know that you'll enjoy it as much as I did, and I know you have better techniques than me. So yeah, but this is the spell book. I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait to make more crafting projects with you guys. Maybe I can squeeze in one last Halloween project before the end of the month, but we will see. But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. Stay safe, stay warm if it's like cold where you are, or stay cool if it's hot. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day or afternoon or evening whenever you're watching this, and I give you guys so much love, and keep on being creative and keep on crafting and having fun. See you in the next one. Bye.